Welcome back to Afternoon Live. Do you feel like you may be too much of a people pleaser and might even be in a controlling relationship? Well, our next guest is here with characteristics of what you should be looking for and what you can do about it. We welcome mental health therapist Connie Baker. Connie, welcome to Afternoon Live.
Thank you. So delighted to be here.
This is such an important conversation to have because a lot of people find themselves in relationships that are controlling and they go, how did I get here?
Yeah.
So let's talk about, first off, how do you even know if you're in a controlling relationship?
Yeah, that's a great question. There are several things. One of the primary things is, do you live in fear of the other person's anger, the other person's disapproval?
Okay.
That can be a really important characteristic. And we're kind of talking about things on a spectrum here. You know, like I screwed up the other day and double booked myself somewhere for my husband and I knew he was not going to be happy.
Right.
You know, that's normal. You know, and it wasn't a big deal.
Yeah,
but
that's like normal angst.
Total,
right?
normal
Okay.
angst. I'm like, oh crud, I'm gonna have to tell him that. But I don't walk on eggshells. I don't, I'm not always trying to, you know, think, what are they gonna be saying next? What are they thinking next? Are they gonna be disapproving?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, because it's easy to tell if you're in an abusive or controlling relationship when there's physical issues.
Totally.
It's the other things that are kind of
Much
like,
more subtle.
Yeah, right.
Much more
That
subtle.
are just as damaging.
Yes.
Would you say?
I've actually had women in my office, I'm a psychotherapist, have women in my office who say, I wish he would hit me. And not because they want to be hit, but it's something concrete.
Right.
Because the psychological damage is so intense when there's nothing concrete to say, am I being abused? Am I being controlled? It's a head game.
Yeah, and that, exactly. So what about if your partner, you know, wants you all to themselves all the time?
Oh, there you go. Yes, isolation is a big deal in abusive relationships, and kind of goes two ways. One is the partner, and I'm going to probably say him a lot in this but it can go both ways.
Yeah,
Women
so
can
we'll
be
just say
abusive,
that, absolutely.
but just because I tend to work with women in this situation. The man might slowly or quickly isolate you from other people, your friends, your family, your support structure, and then sometimes they demand that you are their only support. So it's kind of two sides of the same coin, that isolating behavior.
So can you break that down a little bit? Like, what would that look like? Like maybe there's a family function and all of a sudden now, no, I don't really want to go.
Correct.
One time, okay.
Of course.
Next time.
Exactly. And there's all kinds of mitigating factors here about why people might not want to go to the in-laws.
Right.
You know.
right.
But if it's a consistent thing where you're getting constant pressure not to be in touch with people you feel supported by, loved by, strengthened by, then there's a problem. But yes, going to family functions, going out to, you know, coffee with the girls, out to football games with the guys, whatever it might be.
All of a sudden it's like, no, I'd rather you stay here because I need you.
Right.
Okay, I got you. Now, what about if you are concerned that maybe you start to feel like, I don't even feel like I can express my feelings without being attacked or that kind of thing?
Right. We define ourselves by, what do I want? What do I need? How do I feel? What's my experience? And when those things aren't honored and respected, when they're trivialized or ignored, mocked even sometimes. So yeah, people's feelings and needs and wants, if you're in a situation where those are really disrespected, it's a bad sign.
It's a big red flag. So now, do all of those things need to be present in order to be in a controlling relationship, or one and maybe none of the others? Or
no, it's usually, that's a great question. It's usually a combo of those, but not every single thing has to be checked off. If you have a really super strong isolation going on, that could stand alone. You know, that could be, he might, you know, be affirmative or pleasant to you, and but the isolating is a big deal. So, you know, any one of those could probably be a hallmark there.
Well, let's move on quickly before we run out of time.
Yes.
So what you can do, let's say you've checked off some of these boxes. Somebody at home is like, I resonate with that. What can you do then?
Yeah. There are a few things, and I think the first couple I'm thinking of is get educated and get support. Those are big. When we get educated, information is power.
Right.
And so we say, oh, here are characteristics of controlling relationships or whatever it might be, or of abuse. And it helps you, again, kind of define and bring something concrete. If you educate yourself through books, articles, selective articles, you know, not everything online is legit, but therapy, all those things, groups, small groups.
Now, what if you decide you want to do counseling, but then the partner is like, yeah, me too, I'm going to go with you?
Oh, that's a good one. Yes. Generally, as a rule, psychotherapists do not want to do counseling, couples work in a domestic violent or controlling situation.
Okay.
It re-victimizes the person already being hurt potentially.
Man, there's so much here.
Yeah, there is.
Would you come back and like hang out and talk with us a little more about this? Because I feel like we just scratched the surface.
We just scratched the surface.
Okay, well, good. So you'll come back.
I'd be happy to.
Excellent.
Let's do it again.
Thank you so much for being here today, though. This is good.
Yeah.
This is good. Okay, we're going to have more information about Connie and her tips for you on our website at KATU.com. Plus, she's coming back for more, so that's good. All right, coming up next, Kara is back with why we should step away from the weight scales. Oh, yeah. Don't go away. We'll be right back.